Hello there, Aqua here again. Welcome to the last episode of my version 0.5, 1.5.2 beta. I'm actually lying there. We've gone on to 0.6. I'll tell you why in a minute. 0.7's out. We put it up and the server files weren't there, so we went back to 0.6 just for this evening. I'm just going to finish off my base, and I've got some explosives buried around the place. I'm going to show you in a minute. So I'm going to show you this. Version 0.6 did have the update in applied logistics so that redneck cables work on level emitters. So as you can see here, the Enderman lever is actually turned off. So Endermen should be spawning, but they're not spawning because our level emitter there is set to 512 Ender pearls in the network, and you should be a little bit over that because there was some mobs spawned there when the trigger went. So 517, there you go. So now we've got fully level controlled mob farm. So obviously I never actually set it up with the skeleton. I'm not going to bother now, but because I just wanted to do that as a proof. So that works. So we could do that with the wither skeletons to keep enough coal in the system to keep all the coke ovens running without having to quarry for coal, which is pretty cool. I quite like that. So yeah, so just show you that that works. If I was actually change that to emit when levels are below, you'll see that that's gone off, and Endermen start spawning again. There you go. And then if I put that back on, they'll stop spawning, and that'll control the level there. So that's how I'm going to be setting my spawners up from now on. Setting them up so they just give me materials when I want them, same as the blaze rods and stuff like that. Now blaze rods, I quite like the fact. What can blaze rods do? Let me have a look. I saw something earlier that I liked that I could use a blaze rod in. I didn't even know UU matter was shown in there. What was it? Oh, there we go. Magma Crucible. Blaze rods can get you quarter of a bucket, 2000 MJ, quarter of a bucket of lava. I might use a blaze farm as a lava source, just for the sake of it, in the next world. I might not, but I might do. So yeah, just be aware that you can use a Magma Crucible to get lava straight from blaze rods. I might set something up to get lava from blaze rods and use a lava in industrial centrifuge to get, is it gold and copper and stuff. I've never done that before. Right, what I've done. So I'm not going to make any more of this world. This is all going up in smoke in a minute. Everything works quite well. 0.6 is a little bit of difference. The sawmill here is only producing 4 logs instead of 6. You'll see there 4. So that's been nerfed a little bit. Don't know why. The forestry trees, like the bread trees, cherry trees, walnut, all stuff like that, they do 6 still, but they give wood pulp instead of sawdust. So there's a little bit of difference in there. I probably will breed trees up at some point just because I do bees, so I might as well. I'd especially and need to see if the actual thingy trees work in Power Crystals farms. So, but that still is producing enough wood, even with its level emitter. Nothing's changed there, and it's still maintaining that level of wood in there. So 4's still fine. It just seems a bit of a waste doing 4 when I could just craft them straight into there. Yeah, I'm getting the sawdust as a byproduct, but it's not a big deal really, is it? I mean, that's getting turned into charcoal just to use on the steel production there, which is actually down to 123. Speaking of that, steel production, so that's up to 527. I actually set up a little system in here which was, oops, I just fucked it up because I just smashed the level emitter. Shit. Not that it matters anymore really, but got that set up in there. Charcoal to put in our craft using the sawdust, and iron ingots, and I had steel sitting there to 1024 steel. I'll just do that again, even though this isn't going to last long. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to save the server in a minute. I'm going to do a weld backup. I'm going to put that onto my Dropbox and put it on my forum threads, and the nukes are already set up. You've just got to press a lever, so you can come on and blow my base up yourself if you wanted to, if you're on version 0.6 still. This will be going up about an hour after the previous episode that I did earlier, so tomorrow there'll be an extra episode. There'll be the normal one at 1 o'clock, and then this one will probably be at 2 o'clock. GMT 12 and then 1. No, GMT 1 and 2. Something like that, right? So there we go, that's... so that's what I was doing there. I just had a little system set up. So I got rid of the interface. I moved the basic input bus over. I put the iron into the export bus with the charcoal, and that just keeps producing steel until it's 1024 on the network, and then that'll turn off. So another nice little self-regulated system using applied energistics there. Very nice. That's this floor covered. I'm very happy with how they turned out, the farms. I'll be using that again in the future. Power crystals. He put a post on the forum earlier that this thing, it starts off 80 and goes up to 1440. He's changing it so that the first one only gets you 5. So you'd only get 5 millibuckets from one item in there, and then 2 would be 25. It goes up to, I think, 1425. So with 9 in, it's pretty much as efficient as it is now, but with 1 in, it's 5 millibuckets compared to 80. So you'll be if you're just going to chuck oak saplings in, for example, you'll have to sling a hell of a lot more in than what you're doing now. That's not, I don't think that's in a live pack yet. I think that's still in one of his beta versions. But I quite like the fact that it makes it worth doing this 9 thing, because at the minute it's not that big a deal to I mean, 80's alright. The amount of oak saplings they've got, when you've got like 20,000 oak saplings, I could have easily done it with 80, whereas if it was only getting 5, then it does seem really inefficient to not make it so you've got 9 things in there. So that's something to bear in mind as well. So that'll be coming in the pack at some point, I think. But so you might want to prep for it, ready for when it does happen, rather than just wonder where all your saplings have gone one night. Right, never got around to doing that. I actually put loads of patterns into the, because I wasn't sure if I was going to get 0.7 today, so I was starting to get ready for tomorrow's episode. And in the thing here, I started putting patterns in to make another steam boiler. That's changed a little bit, hasn't it? Or is it? Don't know. Patterns in to put another steam boiler. I was going to put a steam boiler with some steam turbines on. The next pattern I was going to make was the actual steam turbine ones, but never got around to that. Extractor looks like the recipe's changed. What's going on there? Why is that not a good recipe? Extractor. Automatic extractor. What? You've got to make the automatic one to turn it into a normal one. The automatic one is just a normal one. Machine block. Weird. Don't know what's going on there, but that's a GregTech change, I guess. The 0.7 version, something worthy of note, is the MFR recipes are set to the thermal expansion ones by default. So they've decided to not use the GregTech versions of them. So it's what we changed the config to anyway, so it uses these MFR type recipes. Sorry, these thermal expansion type recipes. So by default in the new version, Manufacturer Reloaded is set to use these rather than the GregTech variant, which I think is good. I think these are well balanced. I think they're about right, the thermal expansion ones. And of a similar note, the modular power suits, even though I made all this stuff today using the GregTech version, the modular power suits, they've got 2 versions. One of them's IC2 and one of them's thermal expansion, so they're a lot easier to make as well. So it looks like the feed the beast guys are maybe getting a little bit tired of Greg stuff as well, and they're starting to config away from his stuff rather than just automatically configuring it all to that. So that's pretty cool. So Greg, as I was talking to Tom earlier, and I'm of the opinion where I like the machines that GregTech adds, but I don't really care about the config of what he does to other mods. So I could quite easily config GregTech so it doesn't affect anything but GregTech. And if I do that, I'll make the config and I'll put it on my Dropbox so you can just download it so I have the same config as what we're running. But I still like the GregTech machine, so I'd always like to have GregTech in. You know, I've got the animations on and my FPS isn't getting hammered particularly. That's pretty cool. I'll always want to put this in because, like I say, this is my favourite machine in the whole game. I just like the way it looks. But yeah, as far as it going affecting Gravisuit, Modular Power Suits, MFR, I'm quite happy to get rid of all that in the configs. And if we do that, I'll make sure that you can get a version of our config so you can run the same as what we're running. I didn't really use this much, but I'm glad I got it made to show you how you can get liquid in there nice and easy. I never got the Quicksilver Mercury one. What that was about, just in case you've never done it before, Quicksilver, which you get from Cinnabar, cooking Cinnabar, yeah. Comes from the Cinnabar raw, goes into Quicksilver. If you use it in, press U, if you use it in a automatic canning machine, so a GregTech canning machine, combine it with an empty cell, you get a Mercury cell. A Mercury cell in the industrial grinder, if you look at the recipes, some of the stuff as recipes there, like there we go, there's one. So Sheldonite, that's one that you use it with as well. Sheldonite with water, it'll get you 2 platinum, 1 nickel and 2 iridium nuggets, but if you used it with mercury, you get an extra platinum there. So that adds up over time, because of course platinum can be made into more iridium nuggets if you centrifuge it. Oops, wrong button. I believe it's centrifuging, it gets it into nuggets. It certainly is anyway, I remember. There you go. So that gets you, by using mercury in the industrial grinder, that'd get you an extra iridium nugget every Sheldonite you mine. So that's really worth doing. So that's why I was heading towards setting that up for mercury. Right. I think that's pretty much everything I want to cover before I destroy this bastard. Quite happy with what I've done in the time we've had this version. Steel tank's nice. Ultimately, I'd be going with the GregTech Quantum Tank Sealer. I do like GregTech stuff. I think his quantum tanks are the best thing to store liquids in, and I'd like to have a load of quantum tanks with nuclear control information panels, which we haven't got in the mod pack yet. But, I'd like to have them in. So that's the way I'd do it eventually. That's the quantum tank I'm talking about, so in case you don't know. Quantum tank, there you go. Can hold over 488 chunks worth of liquid. It's a lot. It's a lot of liquid. Is it something like 2 billion buckets worth? So that's a hell of a lot. So that's what I'd be going for eventually. But I'm quite happy with the steel tanks. They hold quite a lot of liquid. But they do fill up pretty quick when you actually consider it, don't they? Happy with all this has worked. That issue still isn't sorted with the sort by cell order. So I haven't sorted that out yet, but I believe that is I have heard that's on his to-do list. What's the recipe for them look like? That's still the same, isn't it? Yeah, quantum bodysuit's still the same. They're a good recipe. We've got Gravisuit in now, which we didn't have before. That's one of the new mods in the... Oh, of course it's not. This is 0.6, isn't it? In 0.7 it's got Gravisuit in, which is cool. It's got a Skype pop-up I want to get rid of there. Right, so in my base, I might do a little spotlight video on this little secret passage, by the way, because I'm quite happy with it. Quite happy with the way it works with the RedNet. I might do a little standalone video on that and put it on the community showcase thing on the Feed the Beast forums. Right, what I've done is I made a little hole down there and dug under, but I've covered it up because I've left a little door in here so we can actually watch the shenanigans from over here when I blow it up. Come on here, we've got 4, if you look at the chunks, it's the corner of the chunks, we've got 4 nukes, 1, 2, 3, one over that corner, and then down the bottom of here. Whee! Same again, you can't really see. So I've got some down underneath the base. There you can see where we are there. There's the laser from the laser drill over there, look. So that's where we are, and you can obviously see on the map where we are as well. So corner of them chunks should make a nice mess of the base. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log off. I am going to do a weld download, save, and put it onto Dropbox, and then load this up in a single player world, because if I set them nukes off in the server, it's just going to crash the server, and I can't get the server back up here, so it'd mean waiting for Tom to put it back up, and I think he's gone to bed, even though he's logged on. He hasn't spoke for a while. So yeah, I'm going to do that, load up in a single player, and then blow this place up. So I'll see you then. So here we are, back again, and I'm now in a single player version of the world here. So we can jump through the portal and say goodbye. So we should be able to peacefully stand over here. I don't know if it'll get us over here, but it might kill us here as well. Let's have a look. It's quite a long while for nukes to go off, doesn't it? Does it? Oh well, the redstone's still there. That's a surprise. Have they all gone off? Well, the glowstone's still there as well. Right. I thought it'd do a lot more damage than that, but you can see 4 nukes. What's it done in here? Oh, this is quite damaged. Oh, no, this is. Well, the oh shit. The the skeleton spawn is still intact. Oh, that's an issue, isn't it? Well, I was expecting more damage, to be honest, but I'm surprised some of it have stayed quite well intact there. Any reactors survive? No, all the reactors have gone. Still got a tank. We could. No, ethanol's gone. I'll say we could possibly recover from this, but this has happened in the game. But some of the max left. All the storage has gone though. So all the materials have gone yet. There's quite a lot of stuff's gone. It's and we're getting a flood of wither skeletons into the floor there. The chunk loader's still here, so that's an issue. So right, okay, well there we go. That's what happens when you nuke a month's work. Is it about a month? Possibly. That's quite happy with that. Oh, that turned out actually. I expected it to be bigger, to be honest. We've got a nice glowstone beacon into the sky there. Well, there we go. There's the end of my NPC village. I've got plans for what I want to do next. So I'm hoping the server stays long enough to actually build the Titan I've been wanting to build for what, 6 months, possibly longer. So hopefully I'll be able to get on with that. I also want to build a town, and I think I'm going to start off by my first MMO was Ultima Online many years ago, and I'm going to start off building little houses that look the same as the houses that I had in Ultima years ago. So I shall be back probably today with a live stream, possibly, maybe even a first episode for the 0.7 version that'll be on our new server. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.